Have you ever noticed how games feel kinda off nowadays? And how when you get to play older games, you feel that utterly good sensation, but also a draining nostalgic feeling, as if something has changed, but you don't really know what it is. Well, I certainly know how that feels, and today I'm here to talk to y'all a little bit about why do games don't feel the same anymore, and how to make them feel good and enjoy them as a grown person. Well, the gaming industry has changed. We all gotta agree on that. Things had not been what they used to for quite some time now, but I don't really think that's the issue. Things have always changed. If there is one thing for you to learn is nothing is permanent. But it goes into how you deal with those changes. If you're going to freak out and go live in the woods, which is, don't get me wrong, one of my dreams, or if you're going to keep calm and understand that some things are just out of your control. Well, I think within the gaming industry, we all went for the first option. Mainly because most of those changes haven't really made gaming better than it used to be. We all sweetly remember Call of Duty Modern Warfare Trilogy and how awesome it was. And well, we all know what happened to Call of Duty now, right? So it's kind of hard to just go along for the ride when you see most of the franchises that you used to love as a kid and as a teen being totally driven into corporate abyss. But again, some things are just fully out of our control. Something that you might have noticed is that the background gameplay for this video is old PS3 Minecraft, the more nostalgic version possible for me, and this will be a world that will grow alongside this channel. And I've chosen Minecraft mainly on this video because I feel that same feeling around it. Like no other game that I play makes me feel like PS3 Minecraft, but when I set out to play it again, I knew something had changed. I could feel it. And it is something I've been feeling with other games too. I mean, I haven't played newer games in some good years now, because they simply don't make me feel that unique sense of amazingness I used to feel. I mainly play more older titles, and that's something not only me, but a lot of people feel. As if the newer titles all lost their grace, and the classics, somewhat still charming, are not the same anymore. That's kind of depressive, I understand it. I think most of it has more to do with us than games themselves. Yes, the industry has got a lot worse, we all seen it, but I don't think it's just this. I think we've changed too. I mean, we grew up with Xbox 360s and PS3s, some of us with PCs and Nintendos, and we all have that common sense of just how culture was fire back then. How it was just not the games, but everything was crazy good, right? Well, again, for us. Because believe me, my friend, for our parents, 2008 was not a good old time. Yes, was not. It was way worse than that. And that is where I see, or try to see, the full picture about this topic. Now, we are not the kids with an amazing culture rolling out on our backs. Now, we are grown-ups living in a crisis, in a crazy, ever-changing world. Now, things are quite different for us. We cannot just come back from school and Minecraft all day while delaying that homework. Now we need to pay them bills, roll out that college, or study our bloody outs. And yes, things may be worse for us, but when did they were good in the first place? There were always some problems in some areas affecting some communities. Things were never utopian. There was always problems, and there will always be problems around. And I don't want to take this as a desperate answer, but more to something to use to free your mind of those thoughts. Things will never be perfect, and we need to enjoy the nice things while they're still here. be focused on the present. Because if we just keep whining, in the end, there will be nothing left to complain about. So how? How to fix, overcome, or whatever it is that you want to call it, the method to pass this kind of feeling. For me, I break it up on two pieces. And the first one, stop playing. But not that way. I mean, when we were kids, we loved to play because it was something new, always so crazy good. But now, and we have seen many things. If you give yourself a way to see games in a different perspective, I think you'll get that good feeling again. Given an example, in my own life, something that is making me love games again is doing things differently. What I've been doing is all Friday nights I get my PC, put it in the living room and play just with my controller using Steam Picture or just setting everything up before playing. And I'll tell you something, it has been amazing. The simple way of changing the place where I play has already made such a big difference. And now that exactly this may not work for you for various reasons, this is not exactly my point, but it is to try and make new ways of gaming, new perspectives. Because seeing it with different eyes in different shapes and manners will rewire the way your entire brain sees games. And the second one, you gotta try new things. Yes, this just sounds straight up off, but that's facts, man. You need to try new stuff. I don't really mean release titles. We all know most of them just don't worth it. But I mean try new games in your life. Maybe that game lost in your Steam library. Maybe that game lost in your Steam library. Maybe that indie title you've seen and liked the idea. Maybe a really old game you've always wanted to try. And the list goes on, because this is also a way of rewiring your brain to see games in a new way. And if you combo this with the first option, it will change the way you see games, and I'm pretty sure you will start enjoying and loving games again. Well, I wanted to talk about this in this video because I've been kind of seeing how videos of people saying like games don't feel the same thing, games have changed, or kind of really popping out nowadays. And I kind of feel that too, like things are not really the same anymore. But I think that if you give a different perspective, if you try out new things, and if you give a more different way of playing games in general, I think you can start to get that good glimpse again of just how amazing it was to play games. So give it a try, man. Give it a try, and I'm pretty sure that you'll like it. Maybe the best thing for you, it will be a third option, I think you could say that, is to really stop gaming completely for a while. I know it sounds kind of crazy, but stop playing like those games that you're completely used to play. Stop playing everything. Give yourself maybe 1 week, maybe 2 weeks, maybe a full month, and come back later, maybe playing something different. And I think you get that glimpse again. You gotta try out different things, man. That's facts. Well, that's it for today. Hope y'all like it. I'm sorry, I was kind of missing. It was hard to post. I was pretty busy those last few days, but the posts are coming back again. That's it. Goodbye, friends.